promise. And in that spiritual promise, he said there's an extension. Because there's adoration. If there's adoration for the extension, we talked about the procession. And then we talked about possession. Because when I'm walking and entering into, we said procession deals with demonstration. So while I'm walking, I got to demonstrate that God have actually called me. Now, how is God going to prove that he called me? Well, he's going to do just like he did Job. He's going to pull his gate from around you, so to speak, and let you experience some hard times. And he's going to see whether you're going to trust him. Hello, somebody. You can have all the money in the world and he's still going to test you and try you. He'll bring havoc in your family and see where you still have joy. Hello, so long as everything all right, I can praise him. He said, well, what when hell will break it out? Can you still praise me? Paul said, I learned how to be both abased and to abound. Paul said, when I got money, I know how to praise him. When I'm flat, naked, broke, I know how to give God the praise. When I tell a lot of friends, I know how to say hallelujah. When I don't have no friends, I know. When I got an amen, I'm all right. When nobody don't say amen, I say amen to myself. I say, boy, you're preaching good. What? I know who I am. Know who I am. Spiritual place. And give you this last one. He said, see, when in Psalms 100, say, enter into the gates with thanksgiving, into his courts with praise. Bless his name. It deals with promise, and then it deals with a place. He said, when you got a promise, watch this. But I was just thinking about it. I was down here about 4 hours yesterday, and I was preaching. Because I practice preaching. Y'all missed it. See, y'all think this easy, don't you? I come down here and I actually practice. I go through everything. So I mispronounced that word. I said, okay, but I remember. And then I put little notes up there. You know, no, you pronounced it wrong. So I put, you know, the A if it's long. That's a short A. That's a long A. You pronounce it correctly. So y'all just think the anointing. You have to work the anointing. Y'all missed this thing. You got to work the anointing. The whole anointing fall on me? Yeah, you got to work it. And that's what God said. You know what? The church don't want to work. You know why people broke because they don't want to work? You know why people sad they don't want to work? And the Bible says if a man don't work, he don't eat. Let me help some of you men out here. If you're a man, it's your responsibility to take care of your family. If you got to go to Burger King and flip burgers, you got to do it yourself. It's your responsibility. It's not your wife. I know your wife got a master's degree. I know your wife got a PhD. But ultimately, it's your responsibility to take care. Somebody shout, get up and take care of it. Stop waiting on somebody. It's yours. Your wife and children should lose sleep because they're worried about something. It's your responsibility. You got to pick up cans. 48 cents a pound. Go out there and get you some pounds so you can get some money so you can feed your. You ain't got to steal. Improvise. Be industrious. Come on, let's finish. I'm tired of it. So he says, watch this. He says there's a place. He says a spiritual place. When you know who you are, you got to understand. Help me, Dick. God is saying in every promise, because he says, and to his courts. To his courts. Watch this. A promise need a place. A promise can't function outside by itself. A promise got to have a place. So God is saying when you enter in, you realize that this is not the place. This is the place. So when you enter in with thanksgiving and his courts with praise, what happens now? All the promises come into this place. Y'all missed it. So now, if the promise is in this place, God is saying you don't have to look outside of this place to access what's in here. Because all the promises are yea and amen. You ain't got to worry about nobody blessing you because you become the place where the promises are at. And all you got to do is pull up the promises because they're in this place. Stop worrying about somebody else. Everything you need is in you. God said, I'm looking for a place today so I can promote my promises. So that's why I come happy. Because I know the happier I am, I become the place where his promises abide and reside. Come on, clap your hands for the Lord. Okay. Oh God. We're doing sign language right here. Thank y'all. I got you. 5 more minutes up to go. Y'all come back next Sunday. Finish part 3. Okay. So now, there's a promise, and then there's a place. And then he says there's a posture. Because if I'm the place where the promise is at, then that means my posture ought to demonstrate and manifest that there's a promise in me. See, if I got all the promises of God, why in the world I'm walking down with my head down? That's not the proper posture. Because if I'm the place where the promise is at, then my posture ought to manifest what's inside of me. I don't care how hard it is outside of me, my posture should be, it is well with my soul.